So you're very welcome to the Irish Independent review of what was a really good Friday in terms of drama. 18 goals in 5 Premier Division games around the country. We were both at games. Aidan Fitzmaurice with 4 goals, two all draws. Let's start with Drogheda, TV game. I'm not aware of the pattern of play. You can fill us in here. Is that a good point for Shells? Good point for Drogheda? What's the overall vibe?
I think Chelsea see it as 2 points dropped. I mean, the first half was even enough. All 4 goals really preventable. I think both managers will sit down on whenever they can over the weekend and look back. I mean, if you look at the key goal, the equaliser from Sambone, the most basic goal possible, a free kick floated in, nobody with Sambone at the far post, and he's left unmarked. Easiest goal he'll ever score. He'd, of course, scored an own goal to put Drogheda 2-1 up earlier on, so very open. Shelbourne really very strong in the second half. They really used their bench. Brought on Sambone, Ali Coup, people like that. They really had Drogheda pinned back. Drogheda probably fortunate to get something out of it. So I think Jamie Duff probably will see this as 2 points dropped. Drogheda probably just glad that they didn't lose it and see how they can reshape, rework things for when they play St. Pat's on Monday.
Yeah, Warren Davis scoring again. I mean, he has become one of the stories of the season.
He was, and Thomas Alua again. I think one of the keys for Drogheda this year is how Kevin Tarty's got stuff out of people. I mean, the work that Thomas Alua did to set it up for that first goal. Really strong run down the right and cross in. Wasn't a lot of power in his shot, but a poor enough effort from Conor Kearns, and Davis was there to score. So again, Davis alert. Drogheda got those breaks. They really weren't able to make the most of them. They really just dipped off in the second half. They looked tired, Drogheda, I thought. Shelbourne maybe had that stronger bench. The one thing for Drogheda, I suppose, is they got Elisha Hui off the bench for maybe the last 10 minutes. He was huge for Drogheda last year. He's been missing all season, so that's a plus for them. Douglas James Taylor is on the way back, but yeah, I mean, they're the positive. Davis scoring again, Hui coming back, but Drogheda probably need to do better than they did tonight.
Yeah, so I was at Richmond Park. I know some people watching the Drogheda game on TV had issues with the camera work. I think it was a bit wet. I mean, it was wet here. The issue here is like three sides of the ground are exposed to the elements, so people were getting soaked. But it was a good game, really good game. Maybe the best game I've seen so far this season. And I think real sort of mixed emotions for Shamrock Rovers after a dramatic week, because I think there's signs they're coming back to form. Jack Byrne was excellent. Monday was maybe a bit of a turkey shoot in some ways, maybe easy to stand out. I think tonight he was a lot more influential, and he was involved in a big moment. 3 minutes to go. You're thinking, okay, this is a statement win for Rovers after a week of statements. Joe Redmond with the equaliser. I don't know. I mean, it's good to see Jack Byrne back. But I guess the general point, Aidan, is that no one's getting away here. There's no one's moving away from the top.
But I think again that game probably underlines the value of centre halves and Lee Grace and Joe Redmond both scoring. And we spoke before these games about the teams don't really rely on out and out strikers, on 20-goal players anymore, and the value in people who play fantasy football know the value of those goals from people like Joe Redmond and Lee Grace. But nobody really pulling away. I suppose one of the shocks of the night, or one of the surprises, was Derry, who again had more disciplinary issues. And still managed to do well in Galway. And I suppose more questions being asked of Galway at the moment. So that's probably one of the things to take from the night, is that maybe that's a little bit of fire in the belly from Derry.
Yeah, no, I think so. I mean, I was able to watch a little bit of that game. A big goal from Robbie Benson just after half time. Turner Lynch was sent off. I mean, the discipline issues probably remain, but then Cian Byrne was sent off. And big goal from Gavin White at the end. I mean, he's probably one of the highest paid players in the league. Great age, should be really impactful for Derry, and it's first start in a while tonight. I think that's got to be the plus for them. Some of their bigger players showing up.
Yeah, and I suppose the other games have been down at the bottom. I mean, you'd probably relief for Bohemians with that one, but very narrow. James McManus again, they'll take it again. The forwards, Musée wasn't involved again tonight. Colin Whelan didn't score, so McManus, it's a huge goal for Bohemians. But I suppose another problem, maybe the story of the night was.
I think the story of the night.
Waterford,
is
well, if you're a Sligo fan, I think we spoke before. I think I said before the game that I had a feeling that Sligo, I didn't think they'd been 4-0, but I think the fact that Sligo were losing but still scoring goals gave me a bit more hope. Waterford just looked to be really in a mess at the moment, wide open. Good call by John Russell. He changed the goalkeeper tonight. Big call to drop his goalkeeper, brought in new goalkeeper, or reinstated the goalkeeper they had earlier on, and got the win. So I think that's huge problems for Waterford.
Yeah, no, I think it doesn't seem like it was a vintage performance for Bows at the bottom, but they got the result. And Sligo Rovers, yeah. One thing about that is they fell behind two early goals in a lot of their games recently. Tonight they scored them. Bit of corner kick stuff, some poor defending from Waterford. But I think Keith Long's the one. I mean, that Waterford Cork City game now on Monday, it's got a hell of a vibe around that for whoever loses it. But Aidan, listen, a great night's drama. We've got managers to go and speak to. I'm sure they've got a few things to say after the week that was. And we'll be back.
We'll do it all again on Monday.
We'll do it all again. Thanks very much, Aidan.